Nike, the billion-dollar brand, was once on the edge of collapse. No money, massive debt, and banks refusing to help. One wrong move, and it was over. People thought it was finished, but then, one risky decision changed everything. Welcome to Fluent Mind English, where you improve your English and your mindset at the same time. Today's story will help you think better and speak better. Let's begin. Before the fame, before the logo, before the billions. There was pressure, real pressure, not the kind you talk about, the kind you feel in your chest, when everything is about to fall apart. It didn't look like success. It looked like a mistake. Money was tight. Actually, there was no money. Only debt, bills stacking up, and a future that didn't look promising. They had a dream, a simple one. Make better shoes. Help athletes perform better. That was it. No big plan, no massive company vision. Just a belief that something could be improved. So they started small, selling shoes. Not from a store, not from a company, from the back of a car. Talking to people, convincing them, one by one. It wasn't easy. Sometimes no one stopped. Sometimes no one cared. But they kept going, because they believed in what they had. And slowly, very slowly, things started to move. Sales came in, small wins, nothing big, but enough to continue. And that's how it grew, step by step. Risk by risk. But growth came with a cost, because the more they sold, the more they needed. More inventory, more production, more money. And that's where everything started to break. They depended on loans, banks, credit, and at first, it worked. Until it didn't. The pressure built again, stronger this time, because now they had something to lose. And the numbers didn't look good. Debt was rising, cash was disappearing, and suddenly, the support disappeared. Banks pulled back, doubted them, questioned everything. What if this fails? What if this is too risky? And just like that, the help was gone. They were alone, again. But this time, it was different, because now everything was bigger. The risk, the loss, the consequences. One mistake, and it was over. Completely over. There were nights with no answers, only stress, only fear, thinking, how did it get this bad? And the easiest option was to stop, to walk away, to accept failure. But they didn't. Not because it was easy, but because they couldn't. They had come too far. Given too much, lost too much. So they made a choice, a risky one, the kind that could destroy everything, or save it. They decided to fight. Not perfectly, not safely, but fully. They focused on what mattered, the product, the people, the belief. And then, something changed. Not instantly, not magically, but gradually. They made smarter moves, took better risks, found new ways, and slowly, the pressure started to ease. Not gone, but manageable. They were still close to failure, still fragile, but moving forward. And then came a moment, a turning point, a decision that shifted everything. They didn't play it safe. They didn't follow the usual path. They did something bold, something different, and people noticed. The brand started to grow, not just as a product, but as an idea. Something bigger than shoes, something people connected with, believed in. And that changed everything. Because once people believe, they don't just buy. And the crazy part? It almost didn't happen. It almost ended before it began. Because success doesn't always look like success. Sometimes it looks like failure, like stress, like uncertainty, like being one step away from losing everything. But that doesn't mean it's over. It just means you're in the part most people quit. And if you don't quit, that's where things change. That's where growth happens. That's where everything shifts. They weren't special. They weren't lucky. They were just consistent, relentless, willing to continue when it made no sense. And that's the difference. Because ideas are everywhere. Remember, success is not about starting strong. It's about not quitting. Keep going, even when it's hard. If this video helped you improve your English, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. And if you want to keep improving, watch this next story right here. It will help you even more.